Thanks for watching. This is Dr. B.
First, I wanted to thank everyone for their feedback on my first video. I got a little carried away with the music. I hope this one's a little bit better. I would like to talk about freedom of speech and what it means to be silenced. So, who am I? And what right do I have to talk about free speech? I'm going to give you a little bit of background information on myself so you know where I'm coming from. I grew up in a war-torn country and I've seen a lot of violence, destruction, hate, death, you name it. We were all in denial about this war. No one really saw it coming, even though we all knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time. So once it was there, we had to get used to a new norm. This war had many names: civil war, ethnic cleansing, armed conflict. But the reality is, this was a genocide. As children, we forgot to play hide and seek. Instead, we started playing war to help us make sense of our new reality. Whole cities were destroyed, families were separated. The sound of crying was overwhelming, but eventually, the crying stopped. In many ways, we were used to hotels being turned into rape camps, schools to concentration camps, and food, well, that was a luxury. I tell you this story because I know what it feels like to be stripped of every single human right. When all was said and done, I had no other choice but to continue living. I came to America and I chose to embrace every single right that I had. So, who am I? It's no surprise that I passionately dislike oppression and any form of injustice. This is why I chose to reach out to Armchair Detective. You see, before that, I tried to take care of some injustice on my own from the inside, but that didn't work. I was shut down really quick, and not in a nice way. Armchair was hospitable in that he provided me a platform to speak with you and to get your opinions on what was going on. I felt validated in that everyone felt as I did and felt that CW didn't deserve to have that picture, especially since it was against the rules. So the petition was born.
My daddy is a hero. He helps me grow up strong.
Turns out, our little group, we weren't the only ones who thought that way. Our petition was picked up by mainstream media, and overnight, we gained thousands of signatures. Having been voiceless myself and being shut down so many times throughout my life, I felt empowered, as I'm sure many of you did, when this petition started gaining attention. I was very proud to be a part of this movement, and I was proud and stunned that the idea of freedom of expression and freedom of speech and advocacy is really not dead, and that it still exists. As I've said before, for me this is not just about Watts and the pictures. This is about justice. This is about the bigger picture of fairness and equality, especially in our prison system. Suddenly, I felt like I was in a war all over again. There was hate coming out of nowhere and everywhere at the same time, against AD, against myself, against anyone who had any contact with him. I don't want to spend too much time talking about that, because we all know where it goes and how it ends. What I was surprised with is that, in my experience, tragedy led to empathy. I guess to some, tragedy may lead to apathy. And this is what I mean. Having said that, with all due respect, the video that was put up by Frankie Jr. was disrespectful to say the least. Not only did he attack and target one person, but he also chose to call everybody else miserable, evil souls. And you could argue that he's free to say that. However, I'm going to argue that there's an element of social responsibility that comes with someone who has power, who has a voice that's louder than your regular guy's voice. And a voice so loud has its consequences. The aftermath of the video and the comments that were underneath were frightening, to say the least. It seems that it only encouraged others to hate even more and to be even louder in their dislike and disdain for one particular person. I heard terms like profiting from crime being thrown around. Well, the truth is, we do live in the United States of America, and true crime is one of the popular genres, especially among women. With so much to explore within the human psyche, especially when it comes to evil and crimes, I'm afraid that people will not be shutting up anytime soon, especially when it comes to crimes that are just so captivating. Let's look at who really profited from this case.
A rip from the headlines feature.
Do you intend to answer truthfully?
Yes.
Do you know where Shanann is now?
No.
Did you ever lose your temper with Shanann? Chris.
Based on the gripping true story.
Oh, come here.
Do you feel safe
Munchkins, hey.
out in the light?
I love
Or
you.
is this the place
Tell us what happened.
where monsters hide?
You want the truth?
Maybe we'd never really know anyone.
Chris Watts, Confessions of a Killer. Premieres Saturday, January 25th at 8
Daddy, no.
Monsters hide.
on Lifetime.
And last but not least, Lavelle. The spike that you see is October 2018, after the murders. My point is, in a world already so full of hate, why do we, the true crime community, have to hate on each other? Can't we all just get along? Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear all your comments and thoughts. And please make sure you subscribe. Until next time.